Jenny and Oliver had been best friends since the sandbox days. From the moment Yusuf offered her half of his broken crayon in kindergarten, something clicked. It wasn't just that they liked the same cartoons or always picked the swings next to each other. It was something quieter, something loyal. Their friendship was the kind that didn't need explaining. It was just there, solid, like the tree in Willowdale Park where they carved their initials the summer they turned 10. One golden afternoon, beneath that sycamore, they made a promise. As they grew up, so did their talents. Jenny scribbled stories on every available surface. Napkins, old receipts, the back of her hand. Olive had a sketchbook glued to his side, turning buses and cafeterias into art studios. They were always creating together. Jenny would describe a dragon. Olive would draw it with scales like broken glass and wings like thunder. Their shared Google Doc, the Inkverse, had 200 pages of worlds only they knew. Middle school brought lockers, tougher homework, and the strange pressure to fit in. But Jenny and Olive still met every Saturday under the tree with snacks, books, and big dreams. Except something had started to shift, not between them, but within Jenny. One quiet afternoon at the library, while waiting for Yusuf, she picked up a pencil and drew her cat asleep in the sun. Then another drawing, and another. It felt like discovering a new room inside herself. She didn't tell Olive, not yet. It wasn't about hiding, not really. It was just hers, the Creative Futures Showcase. Then came the big announcement, a town-wide competition for young writers, artists, and filmmakers. Winners would be published, featured in the festival, and even offered mentorship. Olive lit up like a fireworks show. "We have to enter," he said. "This is our moment." Jenny smiled and cheered him on. But that night, under the glow of her desk lamp, she stared at her drawing of a girl standing at the edge of a mirror that led into stars, and something in her whispered, "Submit it." She used the pseudonym Leah, her middle name reversed. She didn't tell Olive. She didn't mean to hide it. But the longer she waited, the harder it became to say. They both submitted. They both waited. On announcement day, the auditorium was packed. Olive sat beside her, foot tapping nervously. "I hope you win something too," he said, nudging her with his shoulder. Her stomach flipped. "And the visual arts winner is—" The host paused. "Leah for Reflections Beyond." Applause, cheers. A spotlight swung across the room. Olive blinked. "Wow, that piece was amazing. Do you know who Leah is?" Jenny swallowed. "No idea," she lied. Olive was disappointed, but he smiled through it. "Guess there's always next time." At the festival, her piece was displayed under soft lights. Olive stared at it for a long time. "This artist, they're saying something real," he murmured. "It's strange. It kind of feels like you." Jenny's throat tightened. "That's a huge compliment," she managed. Weeks passed. Olive stopped talking about his art. He seemed quieter. One day, during lunch, she caught him scribbling in the margins of his notebook. Not dragons or heroes this time, but cracked mirrors and shadows. She wanted to tell him the truth. She tried writing him a letter, starting with, "Remember the tree?" But she crumpled it up. She convinced herself it didn't matter anymore, until the day he found her sketchbook. He came over to work on the Inkverse. While looking for a charger under her bed, he pulled out the book. His fingers flipped through the pages, her drawings, her growth, her truth, and then Reflections Beyond. He paused, looked at her, and said, "You're Leah. I was going to tell you," she whispered, cheeks burning. "When?" "I didn't mean to lie. I just didn't know how to say it. I was scared." He didn't yell. His silence was worse. He looked like something precious had cracked between them. "I thought we didn't lie," he said quietly. "Not even the small ones." Then he left. The door didn't slam. He just walked out and took the light with him. That summer, the tree stood lonely. Jenny stopped drawing. The colors felt wrong. Olive stopped replying. Their document went untouched. She tried sending memes. She tried sending sorry. Nothing worked. One rainy afternoon, she saw him at the cafe, sketching alone. She didn't go in. She watched from behind the window, aching. His new drawings were darker now, but still beautiful. A few weeks later, on the last day of school, Jenny returned a book to the library. Something slipped out. A folded sketch. Two kids under a sycamore tree. One holding a lantern, the other holding a mirror. Both crying. On the back, "We were always more than our roles." I should have seen that. She ran to the tree. Olive was there, waiting. Neither of them spoke at first. Then Olive broke the silence. "I'm so sorry. I was scared you'd think I wasn't good enough, or that I was trying to compete. But I wasn't. I was just trying to figure out who I was," Olive sighed. "I was hurt, but not because you were good, because you didn't trust me with it." "I should have," she whispered. He gave her a small smile. "I should have remembered that we shine better together." They stood in silence, then sat on the roots. They sketched and wrote again that day, for the first time in months. A new story was born. A new promise was made. This time, no fear, no hiding, no shrinking to make the other comfortable.